Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel update for the 30th of April here. Kind of the state of the channel, state of the Narlo situation. As you see, we're sneaking in that stealth playthrough that we did called Plants vs. Zombies. I told you we'd be doing kind of a stealth playthrough of it, and it's going to be taking place behind my updates here, just like it did last time. So we're going to restart the level. This is where we left off last time. I think level 1-6, I think, was it. So just to let y'all know, I know y'all have noticed that videos aren't coming up quite as quickly as they did before. For a while there, when I would be off, the 3 or 4 days I'd be off, I'd get up 3 or 4 videos, and that has slowed down tremendously. Expect that to be probably the state of the channel for a while. I've got a lot of stuff I've been neglecting. Here it is springtime. Like I said, it's April 30th now when I'm recording this, and there's a bunch of spring cleaning I need to do. There's a bunch of yard work I need to do. I've got to fix up the yard at my house. I've got to go work on the yard at my wife's house. Get everything straightened up and cleaned up, get all the weeds out, cut the grass. I got vines growing on my house, that blasted English ivy that someone put in my front yard. Came from somewhere. I don't know if the original owners planted it or what. It just kind of appeared a few years ago. I don't think it was the original owners, maybe a bird dropping or something. But ended up with English ivy, and it climbs up the front of my house, and I've got to see about scraping it all off the front of the house, because it's been growing and growing there for a while now, so I need to get that taken care of. The other situations, you know, I've lived in my house for 12 years, going on 13 years now, and before that, I would commonly move about every 3 years. On average, I average 3 years. Sometimes it'd be 2, sometimes it'd be 4, sometimes it'd be a year and a half, but the average was right at 3. And the whole thing of packing everything up and having to move it meant that I went through all my crap and probably threw away about a third of it every time I moved. Well, 12 years, I am 3 to 4 moves behind right now, which means I have accumulated a lot of junk. I'm not looking like I belong on the show Hoarders yet, but we're getting there. So, in order to not get to that state, I need to go through and have a mock move, basically. And see if I can just pretend I'm moving and go through all the stuff that's in my house, and once again, throw about a third of it away, just to keep things from building up and all. So we got that going on. So long story short, long rambling explanation. Basically, I won't be putting up as many videos as what I had done up until about a month ago. Now, y'all will have noticed, y'all say, well, we're not getting that many videos. That's true. That's because about a month ago, things started getting a little busier for me. Started having a lot more stuff to do at work, as always. It seems like, as they say, work always expands to fill the time. However much time you have to do it, the work is going to expand and fill it. So I've got more stuff that I'm doing there. And just on the other part of it is, I think I've said before, it's like my wife, you know, she took early retirement a few months back in December, and it's been about 4 months now. And she has really started getting into the whole couples thing, the whole thing of wanting me around and wanting to spend time with me. I don't know if it's just her discovering my innate worth, or if it's just her getting terminally bored. But one way or the other, she has decided that she wants to spend more time with me. So that's kind of eaten into my time too. Whereas before I had long periods of what I call benign neglect, where I wouldn't do much more than talk to her on the phone for 3 or 4 days. Nowadays, I see her just about every day and spend a good amount of time. Let's see, what is this? Is this frozen peas coming up here? Is that what we've got now? Is it frozen peas? It's been a while. Snow peas. Snow peas. That was always one of my favorites, so that'll be good. All right, let's get started on the next level. So yeah, whether she's just bored or whether she is enjoying my company one way or the other. She's eating up a lot of the free time that I used to have. Fortunately, football season, as in FUTBOL soccer season, will be over here in another month or two, and I'll have a few months break between having to go over and, you know, some days watch 2 or 3 games with her. So what else have we got? We will be continuing to produce videos, however. We're just kind of having a bit of a slowdown period. I'm still going to be getting up a episode of Lotro. My goal is 1 episode of Lotro a week, 1 episode of Slowtro a week. I'm going to try really, really hard to stick to that goal. That's pretty much where I've been here for about the last month. I remember I would sit there and my days off, I would get up 2 or 3 videos. You know, I'd get up a Brocraft, I'd get up a Slowtro, I'd get up a Zombie Side, I'd get up something else of what we were playing that day or playing that week, and that's just not going to happen. I said I've got some other plans. I've got some projects that I'm working on. So yeah, the video production is going to be slowing down. It's one of those things where if I was truly honest with myself, I would sit and I'd go, you know, I might just need to stop it because of the amount of time it takes. But I don't want to do that because I have so much fun. I really do have. I've talked about before how this is an actual, you know, it's a good hobby of mine. It's something I enjoy doing. It feels some of those artistic urges that I have, and gives me an outlet, and I'm really enjoying it. Let's see if this little thing's gonna pop in time. Hopefully it'll grow up. I forget these spuds here take time and take a little while to mature. You know, I saw that in the earlier video where I planted it and the zombie had already gone long by it and been shot down before it finally went off. Here we go. Spadow. Love it. Alright. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if I was being 100% honest about valuable uses of my time, I would probably drop the channel. It's not a case of me not enjoying it or anything like that. It's just a case of I've got important things to do, you know. That's one of the situations where Dwindon, for instance, you know, I'm luckier than he is, and in, you know, channel terms, I'm luckier than he is in that I don't have to worry about children, you know. He doesn't produce anything anymore and gets precious little time to play because he's got 3 little rugrats at home. Now, I don't have that situation. So I don't have to worry about, you know, what I'm doing taking away from that kind of time. But I do have important things that I need to get done. And it has been, let's say, detracting from the amount of time that I have to get it done. So the videos will be slowing down. But as I said, we will be still producing. The regulars will be on here. There will be the Lotro once a week. We'll be putting up a Slowtro once a week. All right, so this one's got 2 waves. God, I hate those track stars. They're just so annoying. I love the cherry bombs though. Oh heck yeah. So the Lotros will be once a week. Slowtros will be once a week. Brocrafts will be working on getting caught up with those. Y'all haven't seen us fight the Ender Dragon yet. Y'all haven't seen us going through and going into Ender Fortresses. So they're around. They're here. And I think that's where I screwed up with the spud placement too. Fortunately, the pea shooter got him. The back one got him before the front one did. Yeah, just screwed up the spud placement and the walnut placement on that top rope. Right? Where were we? So yeah, those will be there. I'll be getting the Brocrafts up. I've got a ton of those to get edited up. Y'all know that I'm really into my board games now. I've got some Zombie Side. I think there's 2 more episodes in this particular Zombie Side adventure to get placed. And I got some more board games. We played recently another game of Suburbia. And in fact, I've got a video coming up that I've got to get working on editing after I do this one and get it uploaded. I've got a video of a game called Friday, which is a solo card game. It's a deck building game, kind of hand management and deck building. If y'all have watched us play, if y'all have ever played any board games, card games or anything, think of Dominion, that sort of thing. You know, it's where you got your deck of cards and they're all pretty crappy to start with, but as you go along, you wean out the bad cards and replace them with good cards, buy new cards to replace them. Go watch our Space Food Truck videos. Watch the Space Food Truck series and you'll see what I mean about deck building game, because that is a deck building game. You know, we start out, all 4 of our characters in the Space Food Truck start out with some really crappy cards, but fortunately we have the abilities as we go from planet to planet to get much better cards to put into our hand. And several of our characters, like the cook that can get rid of people's cards. Flambe, I think it is, where he can take cards out of people's hands and flambe them and destroy them and get rid of the crappy cards. And I think the engineer has an ability much like that as well. Well, that's what this is. It's called Friday, and you play the part of Friday, the native on the island. What's it dropped on us this time? It has dropped the chomper. Feed me, Seymour. The Audrey. It looks a lot like Audrey. Yay! And now we've got enough that we actually have to choose what plants we have. Good. I always like and hate whenever we get to this point where we got more plants than we have slots, and you gotta kind of pick and choose. Some of them almost never get used. It's like the potato masher here. I think we're gonna go with the chomper instead, just because I almost never use chompers. So let's see how it works. See if we actually play one in this, because I tend to stick with the same 4 or 5 just about all the time. Where was I? Card game, yes. Solo card game. It's called Friday. You play the role of Friday, and you're living on an island, and Robinson Crusoe washes up on your island, and you have to work with him. He's a weak, pathetic little creature, and you have to work with him and help him survive and build him up. His skills and all are represented by a deck of cards that you cycle through. Constantly, you go through 3 sessions of it trying to cycle through his cards and discarding the bad cards, getting new cards into your hand, until finally, at the end of the game, you have to face a couple of pirates. And you have to defeat both of those pirates so you can take over their ship and escape the island, or so he can. So that Robinson Crusoe can escape the island and leave you in peace back on your tropical paradise where you were before he came along. So I played a hand of it last night for International Tabletop Day. International Tabletop Day was April 29th. April 29th. But I happen to be, it's a celebration of all things board games, card games, miniatures games, role-playing games, anything that you play on a tabletop like that. Unfortunately, I happened to be at work, so I did celebrate by playing a game of Stone Age and a game of Galaxy Trucker on my phone during my downtime. But it's not the same. It was playing on a phone. So yesterday I pulled out my deck of Friday cards and played a game of that. So that will be going up later today, once I get it edited and all. I've also got a video going up of a birthday present. Had a bit of a belated birthday present, and is a bit of a belated video from the present, because I've had the present for over a month now. I just haven't gotten around to making the video, and that's just been my own particular sorriness, I suppose you could say. I should have gotten it up by now. It's a present from, yeah, let's try that chomper. It is a present from Dwindon, and it was quite enjoyable. It was very apropos for my birthday, and I'm looking forward to getting the video up and letting y'all see that my family knows me very well. So there we are. What else? I'm not going to make any more promises. You know, I talked about, it's been almost probably 2 months now. I talked about getting another G-Bub video going and all, and I just haven't had the chance to do it. I keep looking at my wheel and my gear shift over there and going, you know, I need to get that G-Bub thing going. And I get things started to set up, and I'll get a phone call. The wife wants me to come over and have dinner, or she wants me to watch a TV show, or work is calling, or something like that. And it's just a pain, is all I can say. That you got so many games, so little time. All right, Audrey, you made short work of him. Good job there. We are going to try and get some. I did talk about getting the GTA 4 video completed, and that is going to be my next hardcore push, is to work on the GTA 4 and get that main adventure. I know I don't have very far to go. I'm probably 3/4 or 4/5 of the way through the adventure. There aren't that many more missions is the word I'm looking for. Missions. Aren't that many more missions left to go on in the game. What did they give us this time around? We have got the repeater. Yes, the double shooter. Shoots 2 peas at a time. Good. We got another bucket head. We got another jock, or track star rather, and then some normal just walkers and cone heads. So let's see how this goes here, and how it's gonna, how our yard is gonna manage. Speaking of how the yard's going to manage, as I said, I got a bunch of yard work to do, including getting out there and mowing the grass. The problem is it's supposed to be drizzling rain half the day. I think it's supposed to finally stop about 2 or 3 this afternoon, and then I've got to do some yard maintenance. So that's getting in. Once again, we're getting in that spring and summer season where you spend half my time is spent outside just trying to stay on top of all the weeds and everything else that needs to be done. So the blasted, homeowners associations don't come down on your head going, Mr. Cogbinder, you're letting your lawn get awful wet, shaggy and weed infested out there. Unfortunately, I can't tell them it's a video game experiment. I've been using the crabgrass and the dandelions there to ward off zombies. You haven't seen any in the neighborhood, have you? No? Well, obviously it's highly successful. So, where were we? Oh, yes, GTA. So, yeah, I'm going to be working on GTA. That's one of the things I'm going to try to actually record another mission today. If I can manage to get on there and actually get a mission accomplished without having a bro date or a date from any of my various girlfriends and all, that would be just that would be good. Yeah. So we're looking forward to seeing that hopefully in the next day or two, because I am off of work tonight. It's the only reason why I'm up and awake right now. My sleep has been rotten lately, mostly because I don't know. I've talked to you before about getting a CPAP and what a life changer the CPAP has been, and how it has managed to allow me to manage to sleep and to get good amounts of rest and all. And this zombie is really starting to bother me. I'm afraid, yeah, he's gotten through. All right, that's what the mower's there for. I hate losing the mower, but that's what the mower's for. I guess he's just encouraging me that, yes, we need to get out and mow the lawn. He's just reminding me of that. But, I'm on the CPAP now, and the CPAP's been wonders. I mean, I've been sleeping great when I sleep. Unfortunately, I've been having issues with with having trouble staying asleep, either phone calls or just not being able to sleep more than 2 hours at a time. But anyway, we're working on that as well. We're trying to take some melatonin and stuff, and it's been helping. I'm not used to really insomnia. I'm going back to the habits that I used to have, where I would sit there and go, my time off, I've got to sit and try and not sleep. I've got to get in as much gaming time and as much wake time as possible, and that's just not a good way to live. So I'm not even trying to do it now, and I'm having those issues. I think part of it this last week or so has been, though, that I've talked about work. I had to do a week of day shift. Had a bunch of meetings, committee meetings, that sort of thing to go to. My life is slowly filling up. If y'all are familiar with Brave New World, Mustafa Mon talks in Brave New World when Bernard is complaining. Bernard and the Savage are sitting and complaining about civilization and life and how much everything is regulated now. And Mustafa Mon talks to the Savage about, yes, that's what keeps civilization going, is that we keep people from getting bored, we keep people from unrest, we keep people from getting irritable and alone. Said you're never alone. We discourage highly you ever being alone. That we have mandatory committee meetings that everybody has in the evenings, and they're trained from birth to go out and interact with other people, and constantly playing sports and the sing-alongs and the religious servances of our Ford. And that's kind of what I felt like lately. It's like so many committee meetings and so many times that I've been, required, and I put that in air quotes here to let you know that it's not a problem, but required to spend time with my wife, and how much of an issue that's been on just draining away my free time. I'm used to being alone. I'm starting to hope someone would send me to the island, so I could be alone and get some work done. It's not Bernard. I can't remember Bernard's writer friend. One that's like, I can write. I can write wonderfully, but I just don't have anything to say. It's like, I kind of relate to him with it's like trying to find a voice and trying to find some quiet time to find that voice and have something to say. Anywho, y'all haven't come to listen to my Philosophy and English Lit 101 class here. And y'all certainly haven't come to hear me griping about the free time or lack thereof as we face our last huge wave of zombies coming along. But there you go. Just to let you know something, perhaps this very, very video here. Boom. Perhaps this video and the fact that it's kind of rambling nature lets you know just how, it's just a period of dissatisfaction that I'm going through at the moment. How I feel like that for a while now I've just been kind of spinning my wheels, and it doesn't have anything to do with the channel. It doesn't have anything to do with making videos and all. It just has to do with just life in general. I'm at this period of time where as I said, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. I'm just not getting anything accomplished, and I need to spend some more time doing some actual work. And notice Dwindon is coming online, so he's probably going to want to chat. And let's see what this note says. As we come to the end of our stealth episode here. Hello, we are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. All right. I think that'll be it. We'll end this episode here. This is where we'll pick up the next time we finish up with we start working on the stealth playthrough of Plants vs. Zombies. once again, thank y'all for listening to me just ramble on here. It's just some stuff I've had weighing on my mind and wanted to get out, let y'all know where I am right now, what kind of state of mind and state of activity I'm in, and why you might not be seeing quite so many videos coming up. So I appreciate the understanding and appreciate the comments and the views, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.